Welcome everyone to the Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
I'm secretly sorry.
What's up, Matt?
Hello, I have regenerated.
What's up, Phillip?
Good morning, one and all.
All right, Phillip. So why is it hard to believe that Jodie is doing Series 13?
Why? Say that again.
Why is it hard to believe that Jodie, after filming Series 12 and have a little bit of a break, is going to be filming Series 13?
Purely because I think Series 12 is going to be the litmus paper. They want to see how she does this time before they even think about going ahead with her Series 13.
She's already signed, dude. There's no seeing how she's going to do.
She might be signed, but they won't probably film that until way later. They might have another gap and then film Series 13.
There's no gap. There's going to be a gap after Series 13, but he has to get this in. They have to start filming this. So she's going to film.
You know what? That's not much of a break for her and the crew because
first of all, they take it. Look, they film on October 31st. So she has November, December, January, February break, 4-month break. That's a break.
And then back to work again.
At the last week of February or first week of March, yes. So that's like a 4-month break. Well, that's pretty nice, extensive break.
I mean, I'm not being a Miss Debbie Downer, but what if Series 12 becomes such a bad rap for her that, you know...
I find that impossible. There's no way this can be worse than Series 11. No way. No way. You really think so?
Well, if they
don't you think people improve from their mistakes?
That depends on the writing and what stories they put out and how the stories are.
All right, well, we already know the Jejun are in it. We know the Cybermen in it. Already we got 2 pluses there. Daleks are in it. Okay, that's 3 pluses. You really think it's going to be worse?
What if her acting is just the same as it was in Series 11?
It's not going to be. It's not going to. It's impossible. She's been binge watching. She's going to be different.
Phil, I hate to point out, have you not seen her in Saint Trinians and all her other roles? She can be good under different direction and writing.
Then why was she so terrible with Doctor Who if she's such a good actress?
Because okay, first of all, I don't blame her. I blame Chibnall telling her he doesn't want her to research the role. Every actor and actress researches a role. Why would she not be allowed to research the role?
Plus, if you look at the personality, it's the first female Doctor. So for the Doctor who's having the time of his life, he's never been in this position before, so he's having a fantastic time.
Oh, that's not true, though, because I'm sure Capaldi mentioned before he's been a woman before.
That's the Doctor lies.
Yeah, the
Doctor lies.
Now you're telling me that's a cop-out. Because now you're telling me...
It's not a cop-out. The Doctor lies. He's never been a woman before.
Yeah, because if you notice...
He has not.
No, if you notice in all of it, each time they show the old footage of the Doctors, it's always been male. There has been not one female.
Well, hang on.
No way.
Well, think about it. We've never heard of the War Doctor until that one popped out of nowhere. So
but there's a difference behind that. There's a difference behind that. There's a difference, but no. That's not going to be, and I said this before, it's not going to be a regular thing. Okay, we've seen every regeneration, with the exception of McGann's. And now we did eventually. So there's no way you could squeeze in anything. It's impossible.
They squeeze
so you're going to say the War Doctor didn't become the 9th Doctor. That's what you're going to say? So then what are you going to say now? There's a whole bunch of doctors out there?
What I'm trying to say is, if they can write in a thing where there's a hidden incarnation where between 8 and 9, then there could also be a hidden incarnation between 3 and 4.
That's impossible.
That could have been
impossible. You saw John Pertwee face his fear with the spiders, and he regenerated in front of the Brigadier and in front of Sarah Jane Smith. It's impossible.
Remember how long it took John Pertwee to get back to Earth after he faced the spiders? It was a good couple of weeks by him anyway. So they could have at least had another Doctor in between him.
And then he's going to regenerate back? No.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
It's not because he has limits, regeneration limits. You can't just give him extra regenerations.
Okay.
Time of the Doctor.
That's different. That was a ruling by the whole governing policy that they
they're
wanted their
13.
survival based on his survival. So if he didn't survive, they wouldn't survive. So they had to give
Remember,
him.
Philip, it's also the 13 count. Even Smith said he was the 13th at the end of it. Granted, he was 11th by title, and he even stated 10 had vanity issues, kept the same face after regenerating, and the War Doctor, there has been no mention of any others up until Smith.
Well, you never know. You never
Listen,
know.
There's no. Okay, hold on. There is no other doctors other than what we've seen. Period. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Less the alternate world versions, but they haven't.
No, we're not. Yet. Listen to me. There's no other ones. Where could you fit one in? You can't.
Well,
there's no degeneration. They don't do that.
They don't do it, but someone's going to come along and write something like that and say, "Oh, there's another one that you don't know about."
They're not going to do that.
Only happened in Titan comics, but very briefly. But
they're not going to do that. Okay. They could see a future Doctor, but they're not going to do that.
Fair enough.
All right. So here's the thing. Okay, so she's signed. She's going to be in Series 13.
Okay.
All right. And here's the thing. Originally, Chibnall's plan was for Jodie to regenerate into a female again and not have a male. In fact, Chibnall's plan was to have females only under his reign.
That's going to be a bit of a bad mistake.
That was originally his plan. That's not necessarily the same what his plan's going to be now.
Okay.
Look, what's going to happen is you're going to get the holiday special. You're going to get Series 12. You're going to get feedback. You're going to get them filming Series 13. Before they film the end of Series 13, she is going to be asked, are you staying or not? Because they can have a little time, but if she's not going to stay, they have to work the regeneration into the end of Series 13, correct? Which will not be until 2022, okay? So, or whatever. So, because they're going to have Series 13 in 2021, right? So, I'm pretty sure she's going to sign for another season.
Beyond what? Beyond Series 13?
Yes.
No.
I think so.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you why. Because if I'm a doctor and I'm looking at the fan base, and the fan base is like, no way is she ever going to be beyond 3 years. I'm going to be that doctor that's going to be like, I'm going to be 4 years for spite. Because I have something to prove. I have something to prove. And,
but Joe, beyond that, right? Merchandise has fallen flat with her incarnation.
Whose fault is that, though? Chibnall's, not hers.
No, that's down to people not really wanting anything to do with it.
No, Philip. First of all, Philip, you've seen the merchandise, Philip. You've seen a rainbow TARDIS. You've seen, there's been nothing of substance for merchandise to buy, Philip. There's been no villains. There's no nothing, right?
Yeah.
I saw merchandise. What did I do? I went and I bought it, correct?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay. So I bought, you saw what I bought, right? I bought the Funko Pop, right? Right. So we're going to have a Pating, we're going to have a Tim Shaw, right? But if you made figures for the companions, for the villains, for the actors, but then people will buy it. They're not making it. All they're giving us is TARDIS, earrings, dresses, pocketbooks. You're not going to get people buying that. We need Cybermen, Daleks. We need stuff that's Doctor Who to buy. And if they're not going to do that, that's why it's going to fall. Not because of her. She has nothing to do with the T-shirt saying her universe or a rainbow on there. That's Chibnall.
I understand that, but I'm saying maybe that's why I don't think she's going to go beyond Series 14. I mean, she'll do her lot, her 3 years out.
You're gonna see Series 12, and you're gonna see a lot of people gonna change their mind about it. And then she's already locked for Series 13. I'm telling you right now, if she signs an extension, she's definitely in the 60th. That's for sure. She will be the doctor in the 60th, and we'll probably have a male doctor after her. But again, it's commissioned till 2023. So no matter what, they still have to prove to the BBC to extend the commission, and right now that has not happened. So that is the D-Day. After the 60th, that's it for now.
And it's not just that; they've got to change. They've got to tweak the TARDIS a bit as well. They've got to change
That's
that
Chibnall.
interior.
Again, that's Chibnall.
Well, no, that's the designer.
Chibnall was the one who hired the designer for the TARDIS. Chibnall was the one who decides if I'm going to make a new TARDIS or an old TARDIS. Just like the showrunner, where we had Matt Smith had that crazy TARDIS, and then Moffat decided, I want another TARDIS in Snowman. So you know what? It's up to the showrunner to make a decision if they're going to expand on the TARDIS or make a whole totally new one inside. So it's totally up to Chris Chibnall. Chris Chibnall decides if they're going to advertise in New York. Like he's the one that pushes these people to make the show magnified. Moffat did that already. He doesn't care about certain things, okay? He's got to get the merchandise out. He's got to stop threatening people if they're going to leak stuff or they're going to show pictures of it. He's got to be on the same page. He's got to let people in. And right now, he's like treating it like Broadchurch, where nobody can come to the party, nobody can see what's going on. And you have a whole magazine devoted to Doctor Who that he will not let them see anything. He won't. And how do you think that's for them? They have to survive somehow.
Yeah, that's what they're going to all the older companions and doctors for interviews, because they're not getting anything from the new.
Not giving them anything. He's being so resistant that, like, he doesn't, it's not important to him anymore, other than when he introduced Jodie in New York and, like, Comic-Con. He doesn't care now. So
you know what? Back in the day when JNT was the head of Doctor Who, we used to get lots of tidbits about what would coming for next season.
Chibnall's a different animal, okay?
Yeah.
Chibnall is a different animal. He does not tell you anything. It's bad. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand.
Russell and Moffat would tease you, but at least we'll get something.
Yeah, but Moffat would love to have communications with you. Like, he's like, oh, I think Doctor Who should not be in the summer because I like to cook on my barbecue. You think I'm going to run inside and watch TV? Like, he just went overboard talking. In fact, Moffat, like, basically almost, like, made himself look bad because he said often what he was going to do. And when stuff changed plans, it was out there. Stuff never happened. Like, he flat out was going to bring Madame Corvarian back because he thought that Matt Smith was going to do another season. And he flat out said it. And then all of a sudden, he couldn't do it. So he had all these plans, okay? And he mouthed it off. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Like the plan for Tennant if he stayed on for that one final season.
So I'm telling you right now, it's just that, you know, Chibnall will not give us a crumb.
Yeah, that's what's so annoying. And I still think the BBC has enough power and leeway where they could do that, but they won't do it.
Now, it could be possible that Chibnall leaves with Jodie if they decide, like, after her 3-year contract, because, again, he would have fulfilled half his contract, or a little more than half, and there could be an out clause, which then we would have a different showrunner, I'm sure. But I don't know the situation of how he is with the BBC. I know he has more power than he did before, but I don't know if there's a constant thing with him and BBC where they're fighting or not. And that could also tell the tale, too, of we already had 2 years' worth of them battling. Will they battle in Series 13? I don't know. So
the thing is, as well, that gets me the most about this whole scenario is it just seems like Doctor Who seems to be fading because of Chibnall. It's like where is it in the public's eye? But from the last series, great that iPlayer lets you catch up with it, but where is it really marketing-wise? It's like in the pan. If you look on their social media, it's all about the older Doctors, and only a smaller part is about her era.
I think people are talking to him and trying to tell him he's doing the wrong thing. I don't think he's going to listen. So, I mean, I'm sure Moffat said something, because Moffat already had to say something already that's saying it's not just Doctor Who just doesn't belong to women, it belongs to everybody, because the way he was making it go, they had the whole merchandise around her universe. So it's like,
which was really bombing.
So he doesn't like.
Alienating.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Is Russell and Moffat were happy that there's a woman Doctor, but if you look in their shoes, I think they're not happy that all the merchandise is, like you say, it's going to the wayside without getting promotion, and it just seems. Go on.
We Titans always put new sets out.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped. There is no set for Jodie at all. Titans, the Titan blind box figures. We don't have anything for Jodie and the Companions, nothing. Like, they did not make a set. They stopped at the Master Collection or whatever. That's it. It's like, why did they stop? Because Chibnall's making it, like, not friendly to, like, okay, remember how, this is a weird analogy, but there used to be tons of games on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. And then at some point in time, Nintendo was like, we don't want you doing games. We don't want you doing it. And they're like, pick and choose. And before you know it, there was a time that the Nintendo system was out there and it was just Nintendo doing games. And it was very rare that other companies were doing games unless they were Capcom or whatever, right? So after a while, it's like nitpicking. So in other words, he's like, they don't want to deal with him because it's like he won't let them use his monsters for figures. So it was pulling teeth to get him to have a Tim Shaw Funko Pop and a Patin Funko Pop. But we got it, but it's too little too late. It's like nobody cares now. Like, it would have been popular if we had it when Doctor Who Series 11 was going on. But we didn't have them.
I was pretty much saying it's because these figures are looked upon as guy things, and this is supposed to be directed towards women now or girls now. That's why they ceased with the toy. That's why they ceased with the figures, and that's why they pretty much got rid of them.
Because I never thought in my life I'd ever hear a Barbie version of Doctor Who happening.
Yeah, Barbie's okay because Barbie is directed towards girls. Where these
but I never thought I'd see that in my life with Doctor Who. I never thought that would happen.
Where these little figures is pretty much directed towards guys.
Scott, you gotta go?
No, I'm done.
No, that was beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an old one.
No, the point is that it's just Doctor Who seeming really one-sided now to one specific part of the franchise where Chibnall's concerned.
Why don't we have a Graham figure? Or Yaz figure? Or Ryan Sinclair figure?
I don't want... Oh, what's her name? She's the funny one. She said, Graham... Oh,
Grace.
Ryan Sinclair, don't you... Yeah, Grace.
Oh,
we don't even have one of her.
Yes.
But no, she would have been a companion. You could definitely tell if she had a movie off.
So why don't we have those figures?
Because, like I said, to me, it seems as though they're looking upon those would be directed mainly towards guys, and that's guy stuff. So, and we want it to be primarily.
And the TARDIS, I mean, granted, after Matt Smith's TARDIS, it seems to have faded the play sets, but I miss when you could get like the sets for them. It's like Jodie's got none, Capaldi had none for the TARDIS. It's like, what happened to those?
I mean, could Phillip?
Yes.
Could you order them or no?
You what? You mean like you can actually? Speaking of, what did I see today that I didn't see before?
Phillip, look at this for a second. Is this
on.
real? Is this real or not?
Hang on, let me pinch my screen. I'm using my phone.
First shown at the London Toy Fair. Although there's no
It looks like she's got fat rolls.
Is that Yaz? Is that Graham? And is that Ryan?
Yeah, it is.
Is that why can't we see the figures from the front?
Because they probably haven't finished sculpting them properly. I don't know.
But if you look at her, she looks like she's got jelly rolls.
They-
Puff it out.
But here's the thing.
Back rolls.
Something like that, right?
A muffin top.
Something like that. Why couldn't we have that last year? I don't understand why we couldn't have that last year.
And they can't blame the companies all the time now. It's like they can't blame the toy companies for it. They're the ones that are just waiting for the orders to come in.
Look, it's already outdated, and look what we got. We got a Tim Shaw figure, right? Finally, a Tim Shaw figure, right? But how long did it take?
Over a
Looks
year.
like Play-Doh. It looks like somebody just constructed it out of Play-Doh.
But it took too long to have this one figure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
No, because the character's done with. The story's
but he's
over.
he's gotta let it go, Chibno. He's gotta let them in and do what they have to do and let the actors go through the body scans and all this stuff. Like, I don't understand why he won't do it.
Take for the resolution Dalek to come out. I bet that took.
I just got it. They just got it in GameStop. I just got it.
That's what I'm saying. It took so long for that Dalek. And when was Doctor Who last on? Back in January.
It came out in October and it came out in January 1st. Right.
Yeah.
So that's how long.
No, that's what I'm saying. It took far too long for half of the merchandise.
Are we gonna have a figure of the Witchfinders? I mean, like, but again, the Titans. What happened to the Titans blind box? Like Doctor Who, they would always religiously make them.
Because they've never announced if that got cancelled or not.
Because of Chibnall.
Maybe it sells a pot. I mean, look at the shops now. Everyone I see who I talk to, go to places like Forbidden Planet. Jodie's stuff is still on the shelf, while all the other stuff would be.
But let's talk about the context of Jodie's stuff. What Jodie stuff? One figure that looks like shit.
T-shirts. That's the only thing of her I see in my Forbidden Planet. I didn't see any of her toys.
There's no line of her. There's like a Barbie doll, which I'm not going to get a Barbie doll.
Exactly. It's only the Barbie dolls are not selling anymore.
The last time I went Forbidden.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The last time I went Forbidden Planet, Big Finish, all of those were on. The comics were on. The Tennant era stuff was out. Capaldi was out. Nothing for her still.
Where is this? Where is the Titans doing a Jodie set? They're not doing one.
They don't trust the show, or they don't trust Chibnall.
Chibnall's not letting them do it. He's
not. I thought there was a 13th one.
He's not. There is a 13th one by herself, like a big one. But he's not letting them do it.
I saw one today, actually. I can't remember what it was. A little toy, a little thing like that. Who was it? I can't remember.
Even Robin Hood got his own.
Yeah, I have that on top of my fridge.
I can't remember who it was. I saw it. I thought, I wouldn't mind getting that.
Wilfred. Yeah, I mean, I think the days of Doctor Who toys are really disastrous. I mean, I'm excited for the VR game because that looks one of the best Doctor Who games they've got coming up. But how long has it took for them to make a proper game of Doctor Who? Proper this, proper that. It seems everything Doctor Who is fading to the wayside.
This is what he gave us, Chibnall. He gave us one Jodie Whittaker figure from the Titans and the TARDIS, and that's it. That's what we got.
I like the TARDIS, but not that figure. That figure is big.
This was the last series that I've never even seen here. This series, and I would have bought that.
Captain God.
But again, like, where's the Jodie figures? There isn't any.
They don't trust her show enough to give her.
She's got one figure. There it is. That's it. And it's from that kawaii, the KAW style. I don't like that. That's all we got. That's it from her. That's all we got.
The only new thing for her was the new rainbow scarf. That's about it.
What are you banging the keyboard? So,
I'm having a set too.
You having a battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phillip likes to write War and Peace sometimes.
So anyway, I'm trying to find what I saw today to do with a Funko Pop Doctor Who one. Who was it that showed me it?
Try the merchandise guys because they have them all on.
Let me see.
All right, it must have been here. Let's have a look.
13 stock. Oh, that's the action figure. I think that's with her coat.
This is what we have. She has a third. You have the. This is the one I have. I have this. I bought this with the goggles. I bought this. I didn't buy the Kablam Man yet.
Because it'd probably explode.
So. And this is her doll.
Anyway.
And then we have a Pating, and I got Davros. But again, I got Jody there. I got that right there. But there's nothing else. It's slim pickings, man, when it comes to Jody's stuff. There's nothing.
Not only that, it seems like slim pickings of all the eras it seems. Seems like only certain ones are getting made.
So, I mean.
I didn't know were all made. Oh.
So that's all they got. That's all they got to sell out.
Yeah.
The unfortunately, the Funko range for Doctor Who has really gone down quiet. The last big one I saw before you had like Tim Shaw and all that was the Hartnell one.
Right. And again, I want to show this. I seen this figure already.
Well, I mean, Philip, remember how much all this for Doctor Who and books?
I seen the doll. You know.
Yeah, it's your version of the doll is different from the one we over here. Yours is Barbie. Ours is I don't know how you would call it.
But there's nothing with her, man. It's like I can't believe it. And this is shit too. This is shit.
I mean,
that is shit. You know what?
Now that looks like one of the drag queens from RuPaul.
But it looks like Chibnall put a stop to anybody making anything new.
Yeah, because if you notice, when Doctor Who was at its height with Capaldi, I mean, he was in the Lego game of all things, and there was Lego sets, and now Lego seems to have stopped as well.
I think at the end of the day, people are just not interested in buying anything to do with the 13th.
It's not that. It's just they're not making anything.
Yeah, but even if they are, I'm not going to go around buying anything to do with
Phillip,
it.
I've looked, listen to me, I've looked up everywhere. They're not, unless they're going to have a thing at Comic-Con. Well, they didn't have it. They had Comic-Con already, but.
They had it. There's
nothing.
There's
but
nothing.
I'm looking, you type it in, there's nothing.
Apart from those New York Comic-Con exclusive figures, there was nothing for Doctor Who really being there.
There's nothing with Jodie. Nothing. There's not even a damn Christmas ornament.
Which is why I'm having this thing about with her having an extra season when nothing's been advertised. Well, nobody's buying anything.
I mean, you got the free books. You got those free books, and there's been no new books since those last ones.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's Chibnall, not that it's the popularity. It's Chibnall is not letting them in to do anything. He doesn't want to spoil anything, so he's not letting them make any figures.
So but then you're not doing. But then that means that the show itself will suffer from that because
it will. But he doesn't get it. That's the problem.
I mean, I haven't watched Doctor Who properly for a while now, but even I can still remember that this whole mess is just getting to the beyond point where it's Chibnall going to be hoisted out. I think Jodie is still a wonderful choice for the role, but she's been given a terrible direction.
I'm not saying she wasn't. I just think she was the wrong female for the role. The wrong female.
Oh, you wanted Phoebe Walker-Bridge, probably.
No, not necessarily her. Someone with a bit more oomph to them in playing a role.
Well, she's got the oomph if you see her other work, but
no, she hasn't. She hasn't.
She does have the oomph. It just needs the right writer and the right. I mean, that's with anything. You give somebody the wrong person to work.
It doesn't. You know what? It doesn't matter how much you write the script well. If she can't act out of a paper bag, then she can't act out of a paper bag.
Excuse me. Did you not see those last two episodes where she was getting freaking angry and everything?
Yeah, but anybody can do that. Anybody can do that.
You don't like him, though, do you?
She has her fury.
I just don't think she. I just don't think she was the right choice. They should have chosen someone else.
Well, if you read one of Russell's book, they've updated that another future self will be a female. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that's fine. But
all right. So let's change gears. Obviously, we're not getting any new figures in 2019 for Doctor Who. Thank you, Chibnall. Obviously, we're not going to get any advertisements everywhere, probably in New York. Thank you, Chibnall. But let's talk about what we are. Let's talk about what we are going to get. We are going to get a holiday special. We are going to get a series.
Yes.
Now, do you think that Chibnall is going to do anything to the series where there's going to be a dramatic change by the end of it? Meaning someone's going to die.
I still place money on Bradley Walsh because of commitment.
Yeah, dude, me too. I still think Bradley's going to be the one.
And I say just the
he's a recovering cancer survivor.
I say just the opposite because he's probably the strongest companion they have.
He's the strongest, but sometimes they take the stronger ones out of the mix.
Well, would the series go in the toilet totally if you had Yaz just in it with Ryan? Probably. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, I think Chibnall is good at. Chibnall was looking at his Doctor Who series like Broadchurch, where he wants to return to filming, have breakfast with his actors. Bradley Walsh is still there, Amanda Peel is still there, Ryan Sinclair is still there. You know, I mean, like Tossin Cole, Jodie Whittaker. He's probably not changing a thing for Series 13. They're probably all there, which is not good because unless he adds a new companion, but now you're really pushing it because if you push a new companion with the old companions, you have the most people in the TARDIS probably, period.
I could see him doing this. Walsh is off doing his stuff, so he'll come in and do like a cameo, like either before or after the episode. Then you have the new companion, or you'll have two companions, and then a third will stay behind. I could see them doing that.
Yeah, I think
she should be by herself in a special.
Yeah,
I want to see her without her companions in a special. I want to see her going up against the Jadoon without her companions. I just want to see her be the Doctor without any distractions.
I think you might be right because that new filming block didn't have her on set, so
she was there. No, she was there. She last week.
Oh,
she was
right,
filming. She was in the suit and everything.
All right, because some of the shots didn't have her when we last looked at it.
That was 2 weeks ago. Now she's in there though.
Oh, good. I was just wondering.
So all that bullshit about she regenerated is nonsense. She's in the shots.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
She just came out the other day. She was dressed as a doctor with the kids, and she also did a video birthday shout out. Her hair is a little longer, so. Yeah,
I mean, as you forget, each Doctor's hair grows longer, short naturally. So
no, she looks good though. It looks better, actually. So.
That's what I'm hoping for the next season. It starts getting bigger like the Pertwee trick.
I'm telling you, Philip, I think when we review Series 12, it's going to be like night and day. I honestly think you're going to have the reaction where, why couldn't she be like this with Series 11? But it will be explained because Chibnall didn't want her to research the role. Now she researched the role. I'm telling you, Philip, I'm predicting you're going to like it.
Because before we do the next series, as my tradition stands, I will always do the previous series to catch up to see where it is left off onto the next episode.
Right. So I'm looking forward to the trailer on Children in Need, and I'm looking forward to the holiday special. I'm looking forward to Series 12.
Personally, I think it's going to get better. If it can't get any better, then there is something definitely wrong.
Yeah, and I don't think we have anything to worry about because, again, when a series is commissioned so damn early, like Walking Dead we talk about all the time, right? It's not in jeopardy. It's not in jeopardy being canceled because it's already paid for.
Sometimes I think, Phillip, from the discussions, you just wish Michael Grade was still here, right, with running the show.
I was actually listening to J&T's memoirs last night, and Michael Grade was the one that kind of put it down in the coffin, but Jonathan Powell tried his best, but it didn't work out. And I actually want to ask something. Now, what are we expecting for season 12 in the sense of stories, and what do people want from it?
I want more alien worlds.
I think the first episode is going to be a nice opener because it's going to have Kate Stewart, and we're going to find out what happened to Unit. So that's going to be something that everybody's going to be
interested in. As long as we find out what happens to give a nod to Sarah Jane, that's all I care about right now.
That's not happening. They're not doing that.
I know. Oh, isn't Osgood supposed to be in the series?
I mean, if Osgood's in it, that would be cool. I like Osgood, so I like Ingrid Oliver. So if
she's going to have a fright of her life when she meets number 13.
Oh, when I saw you were Scottish. I must update myself.
Episode 2, I'm not. It's a period piece, and again, I'm not too crazy about that because I don't know how you're going to show the hero dying and being killed by Nazis. So
yeah, that's what
I'm not too thrilled with that episode.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. They're going to show an execution.
Now, real life. Yeah, they actually supposedly off camera. You hear you'll probably see the facial expressions, and it'll be like you'll hear the gun shooting, killing her.
Yeah, I agree.
That's bad taste, and I don't know if that's.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be their lowest rated episode too.
I'm looking forward to the Jejune. I'm looking forward to the Cybermen. I'm looking forward if the Sea Devils do appear, which would be nice. But
I'm not holding my breath about that one.
If a Master appears, that would be even better. But I don't know about that.
Yeah, because it's been talked about but not confirmed.
And what could you possibly have in a season cliffhanger that can catch our interest? So,
surprise! Yeah. The Doctor's in the wig and has no hair. That's the surprise.
I just want her to be under a lot of strain this season. If you know what I mean.
Throw the kitchen sink at her.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If they don't do that, they're failing again.
What the nice lady should have did in the first series.
Well, Philip, as we've talked before, the TARDIS has always had a big crew, and I never think a big crew works for the TARDIS.
It never does. I mean, with the exception of maybe Peter Davison's, but yeah.
It's just about
how to write for 4 people. Or these.
All right, we'll be back because we're going to be cut off now. So thank you guys.
We have one last special.